They saw her smile every day, but no one ever asked what it cost her to keep it. Because behind that gentle smile lived a heart that refused to quit, no matter how hard life tried to break it. Ayesha was the kind of person whose presence felt like sunlight. Her smile was warm, kind, and sincere, the kind of smile that made strangers feel welcome and friends feel safe. People said she carried happiness wherever she went. What they didn't see were the quiet storms she carried inside. She grew up in a small, crowded neighborhood where dreams felt bigger than the streets themselves. Her father passed away when she was still a child, and just like that, life became heavier. Her mother struggled to raise 3 children alone. Some nights, dinner was uncertain. Some mornings, hope felt very far away. But Ayesha still found reasons to smile. She sang softly while washing dishes. She told her siblings bedtime stories filled with heroes and happy endings. And deep in her heart, she believed one thing: even the darkest night has a morning waiting somewhere. School became her safe place. It was the only place where her future felt possible. She studied under dim lights, borrowed old textbooks, stayed awake long after everyone else had fallen asleep. While others complained about homework, Ayesha treated every page like a step toward freedom. One day, a teacher looked at her and said, "You have a fire inside you. Never let the world put it out." Those words stayed with her like a quiet promise. But life had more tests waiting. At 16, her mother fell seriously ill. The little money they had vanished into hospital bills, and Ayesha had to make a choice. She left school and stepped into the world of survival. She cleaned houses, sold fruits by the roadside, stitched clothes late into the night. Her hands grew tired, her back ached, but her heart never stopped fighting. Some nights she cried silently into her pillow, asking the question many broken hearts ask: why is life so unfair? But every morning she wiped her tears, stood up, and wore that same bright smile again, because quitting was never an option. Months later, her mother slowly recovered, and with the help of a kind neighbor who believed in her dreams, Ayesha returned to school. It wasn't easy. She was behind in her studies. The pressure felt overwhelming. There were days she wanted to give up, days when exhaustion felt like a heavy stone on her chest. But deep inside, a small voice whispered, "Just one more step." And so she kept going, step by step, page by page, dream by dream. She passed her exams with excellent results, and one day she received a scholarship letter. Her hands trembled as she opened it. Tears filled her eyes, not tears of pain, but tears of victory. Years later, Ayesha became a nurse. She chose that path because she knew what it felt like to watch someone you love suffer and feel helpless. She wanted to be the gentle voice, the steady hand, the quiet comfort in someone else's darkest moment. And in the hospital corridors, patients remembered one thing above all else: her smile. The same smile she wore through hunger, through fear, through sleepless nights and endless struggles. People called her strong, but only she knew the storms she had walked through, and that was her true power. She had faced loss, pain, uncertainty, yet her heart never quit. Because strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it smiles softly and keeps moving forward, one brave step at a time. Moral of the story: the strongest hearts are not the ones that never feel pain, but the ones that keep going even when no one sees their struggle. If you believe quiet strength deserves more recognition, share this story and tell us in the comments about someone whose smile hides a brave heart.